No, I'm very blobby blob. Like my hair looks just like, I swear I showered, it's not grease. Okay. Hello, welcome to my channel special, or AuthorTube, no, what am I trying to say? Author's Journal special quarantine edition, or at least hopeful special edition. I hope this is not a repeated trend.
Yeah, this is life.
Oh, the construction worker's here. I'll talk fast. So one of the reasons that I haven't been filming the last couple days, it is now day 3 of our quarantine, is because we have construction going on during our quarantine, which is not ideal, obviously. However, less ideal is the fact we did not have a working bathroom because our house flooded. Yes, you read that right. We got hit with 2 whammies, coronavirus and no bathroom. While we're on self-quarantine, it was not good news. So we do have construction workers coming in and out. He just arrived for today. They've been arriving very early, setting an alarm clock on our honeymoon. That's been really fun. But yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on in Haley World. We have a brand new bathroom. I will say that it's impressive how fast they're trying to get everything done, but it won't focus right now because it's a little hazy in there. But this is it. We have brand new floors, everything is brand new. We had to take everything out. And proof of that is that our bedroom is completely chaotic because our entire bathroom is also in our bedroom. So we have not been able to unpack, and we have just been living in limbo the last few days, and that has not been very fun at all. And I haven't been able to film because we've had a bunch of strangers in the house, and I am very self-conscious even with Zach here. So he just arrived. But one of the reasons I was inspired to make this is because I just wanted to share this really special moment because it was funny and I want to remember it. So I washed this dress I brought on my honeymoon, which I wore it a couple times to a couple nice restaurants. And I know the sparkles came off, but I figured in the dryer they would kind of like, you know, not affect the other clothes as much. But they did. Everything that I put in with my dress is now a sparkling goddess, including and not limited to my husband, who used a towel. I don't even know actually if it shows up. Oh, you can kind of see it. He's glittery everywhere. That's what's been going on days 1 through 3. Today should be the last day of construction. I'm very excited. And then we are gonna get, well, first unpacking, second picking up our cat who's been with my mom during this whole debacle because she couldn't be here during construction, and third, right, okay, goodbye. Wait, I thought he was here, but then he left.
Wait, it wasn't him.
No, it's over there. I don't know who that is. Maybe it's not him, maybe it's another construction thing. Or he just parked somewhere different, but why would he do that?
Because today is, what's it called?
Trash day. Okay, so hopefully it is still him because we like to get the show on the road, folks. And if you're wondering if we've started to lose our mind yet, yes, the answer is yes. I love being indoors all day, every day. Like, I am pro at it. But it's hard when someone else that you don't know is in the house because you can't like be weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've had to wear a bra all this time. It's been terrible. I gave up yesterday. I decided not to. It's very liberating. Speaking of shirts though, look at this. I got Chris Child. Anyway, I'm not making much sense because I'm trying to talk really fast and trying to remember everything to say. So I will, the next clip, make more sense hopefully. We'll see what happens. I do have to give my body props for consistency though. I have been 97.7 every single morning. Who knew? It's all done. It looks very empty right now because we don't have anything in it except for toilet paper and a trash can. Here it is, the final product. Very different from the old bathroom that is apparent probably in some of my clips, but this looks very new.
Very nice.
Very good. Very exciting. Very happy. And I look like a slob. Prepared to see this for 8 weeks. I'm not putting on makeup.
You know what's really nice? I can do this.
Hey! Oh yeah, they had to change the door because the toilet paper, or the toilet was too big to close the door. There was some measurement issues that went on. I kind of missed the big mirror, but that's alright. I'm grateful for the shelves.
I think it's actually.
Oh, gotta be careful about that. That's a lot of glass hitting glass, so watch out. But yeah, very exciting. I don't know what day it is, but it's Monday because I go back to work. Can I sit down? She's impossible to work from home with, so these next few weeks are gonna be interesting. Hi, baby. I was saying to Zach, the funny thing is, for the first time in my life, I think I actually feel better to like ready to go back to work and be productive. And the irony is we cannot. So if anyone was wondering, the perfect length of time off to recoup, it's 3 weeks. But now we have like 6 more weeks of staying home, working from home. And so I don't meet with my boss until 11 a.m. It's 8 a.m. I have nothing to do until then. So I'm gonna go through my emails and organize. Yeah. So I admit I have not done much writing in this 1 week that I've been home because we planned on this to still be part of our honeymoon, like just staying home, relaxing. Things changed a little bit just with the situation going on, but we still did a heck of a lot of relaxing, which was really, really nice. And I definitely feel re-energized and recouped in a way I haven't felt in a really long time, probably since I did my wisdom teeth. This is what is happening down here. So tonight though, I have, I think, some homework due, and my class is mostly online anyway, so nothing really is going to change as far as that goes. So for anyone who doesn't know, which you guys all pretty much know what's going on in the US anyway, all the colleges switched to online, and my college already declared it will be online for the rest of the semester, which it was mostly online anyway. I was meeting with my advisor in person, but obviously that's going to stop, so that will just switch to online. So thankfully for me, not much is changing. I feel terrible for everyone who is set to graduate this year, just because it sounds like pretty much every graduation is being canceled or postponed, and that's terrible. And hopefully everything's just postponed. Some people are just canceling. I think that's awful. Like, why not just postpone it till September or whatever? But we'll see what happens, won't we? Little baby. Oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. As you can tell, she's very worried about what's going on. She's very confused why we're home all the time. That's gonna be sad when we do go back. You got your little paw up. She does this thing, I call it her pity paw, where the first time she did it, I thought she had hurt herself, but she lifts this one paw whenever you like pet her, and she's like deeply purring. I don't know why she does it, but it's very funny. But it looks like it's hurt. It's not. It's just her pity paw. She does it for pity, don't you, baby? Oh, she's so cute, guys. I'm so sorry for filming her, but she's so cute. Oh, she's so cute. But yeah, I'll see what my homework is, and I guess spend the next 3 hours trying to do something for work. Actually, I think the big thing I'm gonna do, I get a lot of emails that aren't related to me, like CC'd in them. And in a way, like, I'm not just saying like I'm gonna miss something important, but I want to figure out a way to put them into another folder and have them automatically say that they're read. And so that way, because I just checked, well, let me show you. That's how many emails that I have right now. That actually went up a lot from last night, so who is emailing me about what? For some reason, I am on some email list that I'm a professor. I am not a professor. I work for a college. I'm not a professor. But I'm getting emails from all the students who are trying to petition to have the grading system change while it's all online, which I think is, you know, great. Petition, stand up for yourself, all that good stuff. But they're emailing me about it. I have nothing to do with the school, so I don't know why I'm on this list. Because Zach isn't getting them. He works for the same college, and he's not getting them, so I don't know what's going on. But anyway, not important. But I guess what I'll do for the next 3 hours is go through my 587 emails. That sounds really fun. And then let's see what I have for homework, because that's actually writing related. Right, Kimmy? probably could have different hours while I'm working from home and not wake up at 8 a.m., but it's been kind of nice. Like, since we've gotten back, we've been continuing to wake up really early. First it was for construction, because they would get here at 8, so we'd have to wake up at like 7 to make sure we're showered and everything before they got here, just because we can't use the bathroom. Oh, I thought I missed a big assignment. I didn't. I'm laughing, but I would cry. But it's been kind of nice waking up early, and so I think I want to still start working at 8 a.m. just because clearly I don't really get ready much before work starts. My next big homework assignment isn't due until next Monday, so that gives me time, because I admit I did not work on anything during this week. Was technically spring break for class, so we didn't have anything due, and I did not use that time to work on anything, I'll be honest. Nope. Bye Kim, see you later. But I do feel ready to do it now. And oh, is my hand over the microphone? I don't know where the microphone is. I've had this camera for a few years now, still don't know. Can you believe it? Camp NaNoWriMo starts, I guess, in a week, so that's something I can do, is prep for that and figure out what I want to do. I have no idea. So that will be fun. I mean, I know what I want to work on. I'm not going to work on anything new, but I don't know how I want to track. I go back and forth every year between word count and time. I think I'll probably just do time, just because with editing it just makes it way easier to keep track time-wise. And then I had an idea last night to do a different kind of video, so I'm still gonna do all the videos I talked about a billion trillion times, but it's a matter of editing them and filming them and making sure I film them well. And what I'm talking about is, like, I want to do my what I changed in my first chapter, like before or after, which I think will be a really good video, but it's gonna take time to figure out what I want to say, because I want to do a good job and do a better job than I did on my last before or after, because that one was kind of disorganized. And so I thought what I could do is kind of like a booktubey video, which I just don't know if you guys are interested in that, but I've been watching a lot of booktube videos lately and I think they're really fun. I don't think I'd ever like review books, just because I don't want to put writers down, especially if I want to be a writer myself. Not that that's not an okay thing to do, like that's what a reviewer does, but I personally just don't feel comfortable doing it. But it's still fun to kind of like talk about what books I'm reading and what books I read and my opinions on them. Even like I would just give opinions on like the big books, you know what I mean? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm losing my mind. Actually, I'm not. I'm doing really good. But that's what someone losing their mind would say. Do I tell these students to take me off their list? Probably not. I think I'm just on a list, because there's like 10 different students now who've emailed me, which isn't a lot, but just I feel like it's only just begun. And they're all saying the same thing. My cat's going to the bathroom. One thing I will do today that I feel terrible I haven't done it yet is respond to all my YouTube comments, because I keep thinking, oh, I'm gonna sit down and do that, because I like to like really respond for those of you who've commented before and hopefully have noticed. I don't just like it or like leave a simple comment. Like, I love comments and I love to respond to comments, but I have to kind of be in like a comment responding mode, just because I respond to them all at once, which maybe I just should stop doing that. Like, respond to them as they come in instead of just waiting until there's like 50 that I have to respond to. There's not 50, I don't get that many comments. But yeah, I'm gonna do that now and go through my emails, and yeah, can you tell I don't know what to do with myself right now? I can tell. Oh my god, it's worse than I thought. I thought I was like a month behind on comments. 4 months ago. Wait, no, I responded to that one. Okay. No, there are some 4 months ago. Oh, Diane, Raylene, and Mary. Oh my gosh, Mary, I haven't responded to you. Okay. Yes, this is a priority today. Oh, I feel terrible. Oh my gosh, I did not know that much time had passed. Oh boy. Snow day, it is a snow day. Just kidding, it's not. We still. Downside to all remote working is we no longer will have a snow days. I haven't worn makeup in a while. I kind of forget how to do it. I look a little crazy. Wow.
I spoke her?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
He's so cute. Try not to get my camera wet. It is snowing, like really chunky snow too, actually. So we're trying to go on a walk every day. Already, it is. I gotta stop singing. I have no idea why I'm doing that. I think I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos that do it, and so I'm adopting it, but I gotta stop. But it is Monday night, and I have homework due every Monday, so that's what I'm gonna sit down and do. It's mostly just a check-in. Next week is the big one due, or a big one due. And I totally forgot what I turned in last time, so I better read that. But exciting news, and maybe it won't be as exciting for you guys because I'm sure you never thought there was an issue, but I got into my summer class where I'm going to be spending a week on campus doing writing workshops and a whole bunch of stuff, and I was kind of just briefly going over the syllabus. But I'll talk more about that later. But I'm just really excited because it was a very limited class, and if I didn't get into it this summer, it would have delayed my graduation. So I was really nervous about getting in, but I set an alarm and signed up like as soon as I possibly could. And I was a little nervous because they had 2 sections, which was new. I think all that means is that they just opened the class up so that more people could be a part of it. But yeah, I'm doing the summer workshop. I'm so excited. I really hope campus is open by summer because I'd be really sad if it was online. Obviously not the end of the world if that's what happens, but my on-campus classes, did I only do 1? Now I'm forgetting, but it was so much more valuable to me than like the online classes. Not that the online classes aren't great, but there's something to be said about meeting in person and receiving instruction in person and talking in person. So I really hope, fingers crossed, the summer school will be open for on-campus learning. Fingers crossed. But I just wanted to update. I gotta do my homework. Okay, bye. And I totally forgot to update some very exciting news. I think it's very exciting. My matron of honor, one of my absolute best friends in the whole world, has not read the Harry Potter series. Tragic, I know. But guess what she's decided to do during this quarantining time? She's reading the first Harry Potter book. I am so excited. I cannot wait to hear her thoughts. Jessica, if you're watching this, our book club is going to be amazing. I told her I would read it along with her because I have to read it for my class anyway. Plus, it's not exactly a chore. It's one of my favorite series. Actually, it is my favorite series. But I'm so excited she's going to finally read it. I'm so nervous. Like, what if... I feel like I would rather her completely not like it than to just be lukewarm about it. I don't know why. But I'm so nervous because she knows how much I love it. And so I've been trying to, like, not amp it up too much, like, you know, letting her know, you know, just so you know, the first book is not my favorite, you know, it's very much so more of a children's book than a young adult book, so like it's gonna read really young, but I just have to let her experience it her own way. But yeah, okay, so just because I'm so excited about it, I just wanted to briefly show the syllabus for my summer class starting July 13th. I'm so excited, you guys. Look at this. So, as I thought, sorry, computer stuff, it's doing this. As I thought, okay, no, that's not gonna work, that's really annoying. But as I thought, the first week, like the on-campus week, is going to be pretty much just a writing workshop from what I'm reading, like a craft discussion it says. And then we have the Agents and Editors weekend where we're going to have an authors panel, a Q&A, a literary agents panel, networking event, editors panel, small group critiques, and a workshop on the landscape of publishing in the current market. Oh my god, amazing. And just so anyone knows, I'm pretty sure I will double check with this, but I'm pretty sure this is actually open to the public, the authors weekend. So if anyone's in Boston and the travel bans are lifted, feel free to check this out. I will get more information on this, but I'm pretty sure it's open to the public. The weekend, not the whole thing. And then the follow-up sessions, which include query letters, proposals, and pitches, and then a final editing workshop. So pretty much like book publishing 101 crunched into like a 3-week period. I am so excited. And so this again is why I, more than anything, want my book to be so ready by the time I go to this thing that I can just use it to the full advantage and hopefully have something to pitch during the editors and agents weekend. I'm sure that they're doing more like panel stuff than actual like pitching, but from what I've heard, it's a good opportunity, and some things have happened to past students during this weekend, so I'm like getting shaky just thinking about it. I'm so excited. It's gonna be like the best class ever, and if it gets canceled, I will like cry about it until the end of time. So no pressure.
This is Haley. In her natural habitat.
I'm working. Good morning, everyone. I still haven't stopped doing the singing thing, as you can tell. But I just wanted to hop on really quick while I actually have my makeup done. It's a very rare time, but I have a big meeting this morning at 9:00 a.m. So had to look somewhat decent. I'll put on real clothes too, don't worry. But I kind of just wanted to update what my plan is for today on quarantine day 10. Day 10. Which sucks because I haven't done that much writing. So I did a little bit of work towards the development of my story, as you guys saw in the last clip, but I haven't like done fictional writing. Not okay. So one of my projects for today is, and I realized I think this has been having a bigger effect on me than like I thought it would, and I don't want to like make excuses or anything, but my favorite place to write, if you remember from my clips before like this November or whatever, was actually at my kitchen table, and that's my favorite place to edit videos. I just like kind of sitting up straight and like, it sounds weird, but not being too comfortable like in a cozy desk chair on the couch. And so sometimes I just like the structure of a kitchen table and just feeling in a more open space. But this has been my kitchen table probably since November. Look at this. This is all just stuff from the wedding, and it's really blurry right now. What the heck? And so obviously I cannot work here while all this is going on. And sorry it's so blurry, it is not focusing. And so one of the projects I want to do today is take all this, and we got these bins, and I want to put them in here and put them in our basement or whatever for storage, because obviously we don't need anything right now, just as far as like decoration goes and just stuff that we just don't have room for in our teeny tiny apartment this year. So yeah, that's the project for today. And I'm very excited. And I think also in a way, I was very naive about the fact that like I thought I wasn't gonna have much to do work-wise, just because so much of my job is event planning and travel booking and just like doing stuff for the department. I work for a science department, and so I help bring in speakers and I help organize lectures and conferences and stuff like that. And so that's most of my job, but obviously right now that's not happening. And so I thought that I would kind of just be doing like small admin work at my work from home remote. However, I've been basically reassigned, which is totally fine. I am so grateful just to have a relevant job, and I admit it does feel good to feel like I'm contributing in an important way. I've been relegated to the dean's office again, which is like what I was doing a few months ago when I had like a mental breakdown because I was doing too much. But I've been relegated just for communications. So I am now doing like weekly newsletters and like helping design like templates for their communications and stuff like that. So it's completely different, and it actually is a little bit fun. And I'm also going to be doing a lot of web development and taking courses to sort of you know, help train me and help advance my skills that way. So I'm so thankful my boss has found ways to help me stay relevant because I admit, like, you know, during this time it is just nerve-wracking to have like really any job. I mean, you feel at risk, and like I work for a school, and obviously that school is not running really right now. It's just doing online classes, and so a lot of our jobs are sort of stalled and irrelevant. But our bosses are doing a really good job of trying to make sure that we stay completely full-time and, like I said, relevant, so that we don't face issues if this continues on longer than we all hope for. So, if you know what I mean. And so I'm very grateful. I am grateful, but it is like, oh, like, you know, I thought I was gonna have all this downtime and like time to like do like, not lazy stuff, but do like clean out my emails and like kind of just do like stuff that wasn't too hard. And it's like, oh no, I'm getting thrown into the wolves, baby. But that's fine. Okay, so I have my meeting. I gotta go put on real clothes, but I'll update you guys later. Still no fever, by the way. Still been taking my temperature, doing good. Another thing I'm really doing is my laptop has like officially run out of space, and so I'm trying to transfer files onto this bad boy, and it is taking forever. I have most of like my video stuff, but I still have, oops, I'm showing my password. I still have like, what does it even say? It's like 5 gigabytes left. Oh, okay, I have 6 gigabytes. Obviously, I can't edit a video with that, so that's another project. I also have all my photos and videos, oh, I can't read it, backing up to the cloud, and that's gonna take probably days. In case anyone was wondering, day 10, that's the moment Zach was officially over me. Our marriage was nice while it lasted. We had a good run, and now he's done.
I've been married more than 10 days.
Wow. I meant day 10 of isolation. Today's day 10. He's done. Right, Zach? He won't even answer.
I'm trying to go to work. Don't want to lose my job.
Okay. Well, good thing I have our dog at least. Oh my gosh, it's official. Day 11. Got my desk back. Very excited about this. Got my coffee ready to go. Gonna start the day.
But what happened? What did I do? She shaved his balls and he and they did.
I can't put that in.
And I was like, what? It was
Trying to do a family chat with my family, and it's chaos. It's chaos.
How are you? Good, how are you? We're good.
But the thing is, it's not much different than if we were eating together in
Honestly,
person.
it'd probably be a little louder.
I feel like, yeah, this is a little bit more organized, actually, so.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna hang up and then call me back so I can answer.
Is there a crack in my phone? No, just dirt. Okay, I'm filming on my phone really quick because my camera is out of memory and I don't want to distract myself by trying to upload the videos because I have a lot to do. So, I just wanted to pop on really quick. So I'm doing my homework assignment, and it's all about sort of looking at outside sources and like craft books, craft essays, talking about the subject, the craft specific element we want to talk about that we're exploring in our own thesis. And I've been looking through the craft books I physically have, and so I have like some other ones that I've loaned from the library, or I've read loaning from the library, so I don't have those to reference. Not a single one talks about how to open your book. Not one. They talk about elements of writing and like general how to weave in backstory, but not a single one that I have. Hold on, how do I flip this while I'm recording? Oh, I just took a picture. I'm like 80. I can't figure this out. I'm gonna have to just stop and start over when I'm gonna show you the books. Not a single one I can find references specifically how to open a chapter, so I'm gonna have to find an online craft or just get creative. But it's so fascinating to me. So I guess it's an unexplored, well, not an unexplored topic, but a less explored one. There, I flipped it. So these are, I mean, I just have 4 with me right now that I could find. So on writing, anatomy of story, self-editing, and the complete handbook. Yeah, not so complete. Yeah, very fascinating. Though this one, I forgot about this one, and it's actually, I really enjoyed it when I started it. So I do want to finish this one soon because I really liked it. It has like all these people write different kind of mini crafts about certain specific topics. Like George R. R. Martin wrote something, David Baldacci, you know, just some cool people. Jodi Picoult, I think, does your mom like Jodi Picoult? Joe Hill, oh my gosh, I didn't even see that. So yeah, I'll have to read this. But yeah, not a single one talks about how to open a novel. Interesting. Okay, sorry. I'm on my phone still. Still have not moved my SD card to my computer because life. But I just want to say I just vented to Zach about this. I know you're going to hear me repeat myself. I'm sorry. I'm filming something. Did you think I was talking to you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It's been a long month. 2 months now. So I was watching some of my masterclass, so I was having no success with my actual craft books. Went online to look at craft essays. Couldn't find anything. I mean, obviously I haven't spent days searching or anything, but just couldn't find anything quickly. And so I was like, oh, I totally forgot. I have masterclass that Heather got me. Shout out to Heather. Well, she didn't get, I won a contest she was doing. Very exciting. And so I looked through all the creative writing ones just really quickly to see what lessons they had and what sort of video essays they talked about. And I listened to Margaret Atwood. She had one on the first 5 pages. I just said this to Zach. It was totally useless. It was like the most useless 8 minutes of my life just because she just talked about how important it was, but then she didn't say anything about how to do it. She was just like, oh, it's important. It's like, yeah, I know. And so now I'm watching R.L. Stein's because he also has a lesson on how to hook especially young readers, and his is actually detailed. So, but then I had a video idea. I thought it'd be really cool if because I plan on watching every single writing masterclass, and I thought maybe I would do a review of each one after I've watched them to let you know what I think, because I know some people, like I know I really wanted to purchase a masterclass for myself before I had this pass that I won, which is still so exciting to have this. And so I thought maybe it'd be useful to just kind of get at least just my opinion on which ones I found valuable, which ones maybe you should save your money on. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. But even if you're not, I'll probably do it anyway because it would be fun. Myself come back on here for a quick distraction just because, like, before I get back into the groove of things. So I realized I haven't really updated as much as I wanted to these last couple weeks, and I'm so sorry. I'm still filming on my camera, but or not my camera, my phone, but I haven't uploaded to my camera, or haven't uploaded my files from my camera onto my hard drive, so the memory's too full. But this week actually, has it been 1 week back? No, yeah, I'm on my 2nd week back. So last week actually was a lot busier for me than I expected it would be. I do have way more time in my day just because I'm not commuting anymore. So that saves like me a good 3 hours, which is awesome. I get to sleep in and I get to, like, when I'm done at 4, I am just done. And that's a pretty cool feeling. Except for tonight, because we're trying to finish the drafting of the newsletter, and like, we've had a really quick turnaround, and so it is 2 a.m. and I am now just going to work on it for a little bit just because they have a meeting about it at 9. So I wanted to send it to some people before that meeting takes place. And I want to make sure they have enough time to, like, I'm going to send it so then they can look at it before the meeting and see if, like, they want any last minute changes. I was supposed to do it at the end of the day, but then I had my homework assignment due, so didn't plan that well. Did finish my homework assignment though. Anyway, so yes, I think once we get through like the nuts and bolts of the layout, because that's what's been the most difficult, like causing the most time consummation. Wow, I am not in the state to be writing anything right now. Then it will just be like literally just copy paste because we'll have the layout done, so it will go a lot smoother. But yeah, just staying up late tonight and doing my part, I guess. So I hope everyone's hanging in there. I did just want to say, like, I don't want these videos to be like completely consumed with what's going on in the world, only because that feels like my whole life right now. Like, I get some escape here and there, but for the most part, it's all anyone talks about. I mean, I do it too. It's not a criticism. It's like what's on our mind right now, and like there's not much else to think about. But this is my writing channel, and like you guys don't need to hear it from me. Like, how many times do we hear the same thing from everybody? But I just want to reflect really quick. I think last night was the first time that it really has hit me what's happening. You know, up until recently, I had been feeling pretty secure in like our situation as far as, you know, we're healthy, you know, we're practicing social distancing, so I don't feel like we're putting anyone in danger. We've been taking the quarantine very seriously, and we plan to continue to do that. And like, obviously I'm worried for things outside of my control, but just like for my own sake, I felt pretty secure and didn't feel like too much was disrupted. But I mean, where I work did just make an announcement that they cannot continue to guarantee pay and jobs past May 28th. So that was alarming. I'm grateful at least that they're being transparent, like they're not giving people false hope and just like letting people go with no warning. That would be terrible. But yeah, it's just something to like have in the back burner and just kind of, I don't know, like I still feel like what I'm doing, especially now, is important, but I don't feel like I'm more important than anyone else at work and what I do. And so I even feel weird trying to speculate like how important my role is. I mean, I know it's not about importance. That's the wrong word to use, but as far as like how they're going to handle those difficult decisions, but it's more just about being realistic on who can and cannot work remotely and serve the university when there's no students. So yeah, it's just hard. Just like the unknown is just never fun. So it's like all of life right now is unknown. So I don't know, I've been kind of in a funk all weekend and into today. That was just like kind of a reality check of this is gonna impact everybody, whether or not like you or anyone you know and care about gets sick, or whether or not you or anyone you know care about loses their job. It is going to impact absolutely all of us, just because our whole world is hurting and people are losing their jobs left and right, and I don't know. And I will say, I just kind of feel like I have to weigh in from like a weird literary or like story point of view. And I keep saying this exact because, you know, because I like to, you know, stress myself out more. We've been watching a lot of like And we're not the only ones, because it's like Netflix most watched other than Tiger King, which we did watch in case anyone's wondering. But we've been watching a lot of like pandemic movies. We watched Outbreak today. We watched Contagion. And I really want to watch Day After Tomorrow. That one's not a pandemic, but it's the end of the world. And it's just so interesting to see how much storytellers got it wrong. And I feel like the book that was the most accurate that I've read was World War Z, and that's about zombies, as far as how the world would actually realistically more react. Obviously that starts to jump the shark when there are zombies, because there are no zombies right now, but just as far as like how society reacts. But the common thing in all these movies is like we have so little trust in the government, like whether or not that's valid, like that's like warranted. But in all the movies, it's like the government tries to hide that it's even happening, and like residents are so confused. Like I'm just thinking about the one we just watched, Outbreak, where they like say, oh, nothing's wrong, like and we definitely realistically got a lot of that, and who knows how much we got, but people like we have been more in the loop than like movies make it seem. Like we're told things. And the other thing too, it was cracking me up watching Outbreak, where the town is like being told they have to quarantine themselves, and so they all start freaking out and like trying to leave the town. It's like, oh my god, like that's like so unrealistic, because in reality you tell people like that it's an airborne illness and people are sick, people are gonna hold themselves up just like they've been doing now. Like I think that's what's been funny, is like how like people have been panicking obviously, but not the way like the movies and the stories predicted. Like we've been panicking in different ways, which is interesting. Like no one's trying to leave the city. I mean, some people might, but like I don't feel an urge to like get out of Dodge and like go somewhere remote or like go to Canada or anything, because you just kind of like, when you're scared, you look for direction on what to do, and when the government actually is providing direction, again, whether or not you think that it's enough, but when you are getting directions, I feel like we as humans are like, we cling to it because, you know, you don't know what to do, and you feel like a student and a teacher is telling you like these steps on this is what you should do, and you're like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here, but I just thought it was super interesting, and it's something that's gotten me had me think about, just, you know, to tie it back to writing, just kind of like with world building stuff, like when people are panicked, which I'm definitely gonna have moments in my story when people are panicked. You know, in movies it makes it seem like you're more likely to fight, or like, I guess, flight, like the fight or flight thing. But from what I've seen, for the most part, there's like a third option, which is just be complacent and like, I guess, like a freeze option. You know, it's kind of like when someone points a gun at you, you know, they say like, okay, panic, fight or flight. But most people don't do either of those things. You just you do what you're told because you're scared, and like someone's offering you direction, even if that person is like the person pointing the gun. And so that's just something interesting, an interesting part of human nature that I feel a lot of people forget about or like get wrong, especially when it comes to from a society like standpoint, and like how strongly people have like the flock mentality. No, I'm not using the right word. Herd mentality, where it's like, even though you're nervous about something, if you watch what other people are doing, you just stay and do what they do. Or if you're not nervous and you see other people being nervous, like with the whole toilet paper thing, everyone, like, it all started because one store probably, or a couple stores, ran out of toilet paper, which happens all the time. Like sometimes stores just run out of things. I remember once I went to a store and there was no kitty litter boxes, which is so random. But I didn't post a picture on like Twitter and say like there's a shortage causing like everyone to go out and buy some. Obviously different circumstances, but so what I'm saying is like people saw like, oh, there's no toilet paper, and so, you know, you think, well, I know I don't need toilet paper, like I don't want to panic, but at the same time, if everyone's panicking, then we're actually going to run out, in which case I do need some. And so that, I mean, I don't have to explain that to you guys, but it's just interesting. We're all just looking for direction because none of us have dealt with this before, or very few. Is there anyone who remembers the Spanish flu from like a personal standpoint? I know there's people who are old enough to live through both, but I don't think they would remember it. So what I'm saying is it's very new, especially to the US. Yeah, and so it's just, as a creative, it does have me looking at, just paying attention to how people are really reacting towards a situation I never in a million years thought that I was going to experience firsthand, and see just how badly everyone got it wrong. I haven't seen one correct, like, end of the world representation that's accurate to that. It's very interesting. Because, yeah, people are just kind of doing what they're told. Obviously, there are, you know, exceptions, but for the most part, heavily, I think people are following the directions and doing what they're told and being good little hermits and staying in their house. So, those who can. Okay, I've procrastinated long enough. I have to finish my newsletter draft, send it off, and then wake up at 8 a.m. for any final edits that might come through. And then do it all again tomorrow. So, okay. I'm gonna go now for real. Gotta go back to work. I'm doing it. Here I go. I don't want to do it. Kimmy's at least keeping me company. I appreciate that. Okay, bye. Oh yeah, one more final thought, and then I swear I'm really leaving. Oh my god, what was it? I just totally forgot. One thing too, I realized why I feel like I haven't really been vlogging and like haven't felt creative. And I've been clearly trying to deny this about myself, but I just give up. I am clearly like a night writer, even though I don't want to be, but that's my habit right now. That's when my muse wants to come out right now. I haven't trained it properly. And so I've actually been going to bed at a decent time, which is great for like sleep and health. But the issue too is, you know, my husband is here all the time. He's working remotely too. And our apartment, I've said this before, it's small. So there's one wall. And then over there, you can see that's how far our apartment goes. I mean, through that door is the bedroom, but then that's it. So you literally can't, unless one of us goes in the bedroom and shuts the door, and the bedroom is really like, it's just a bed. It's not like there's a desk in there, or it could be a desk in there. We are always in the same room. It's like a studio almost, like, other than we have a bedroom. So it's not really a studio. It's a one-bedroom apartment. But so like, I can't really, I feel weird vlogging because he's like here, and I just feel silly, like, as I'm sure you saw in the clips when he was awake, and I was like, I'm not talking to you. I just still feel kind of silly, and I feel like I can't ramble as well, just because I don't know, I don't want him to hear all that. I don't know. It's just, it's harder to, like, really talk in depth, so, but, you know, I want to adapt, and so I think I'm gonna just try and, like, when I do have a thought, or, like, I'm thinking about writing, and, like, have something I want to vlog or whatever, like, thoughts to vlog, I think I'll just try to remember to dip into my bedroom, like, it's okay, and say stuff, because then you won't hear me. Man, I look rough. Oh, if I can just talk, well, I swear I'll be quick. Just really briefly, I'm sorry, I'm so itchy, and I have been showering. I know it doesn't look like it, but I have been showering every day. It's just really late at night, and I run my fingers through my hair. Okay, I think I just made a clip about this. I don't remember, it's late. About how none of these books I have discuss like opening chapter stuff, like what makes a good opening, I'll just say opening scene, so because like chapter, not all books have chapters really either, but what makes a good opening scene specifically, not just like, everything says how it's important to have a good opening scene, but no one talks about in detail what that is. And so I told my professor, I was like, I feel this weird inspiration. And I told her, I was like, nothing is going to come of it, but you never know. Like, they might be really bored during this quarantine. But I have this urge to, like, reach out to all of my favorite authors, like, send an email, like, let them know what I'm doing, like, what I'm working on for my thesis, and just try and, like, get their thoughts on what makes a good opening scene, like, hear it right from the horse's mouth, and, like, or just think about, like, what they were actively trying to do. I mean, there's a chance they don't really even know, like, that scene might have just come to them, but if there was a thought process behind it, I'm just very curious as to why they made the choices they did, or maybe they even can say why their agent decided to make the choice they did. But that's if they answer, which they won't. So, like, I'm not going to get excited about it, but they've all got better things to do than answer my email. But you never know. And if there's one thing I learned as my time as a journalist, is just how much asking does. Like, I was shocked by the amount of people that would actually respond to my requests, like, as a journalist. Even, like, really big name, in my mind, very big name people that would respond to me. Obviously, that's a little bit different because it was, like, journalism and I was working for a paper. But it still just amazed me. Like, I don't know, I just thought they wouldn't do that. And so, who knows, maybe they'll do it for a thesis too. Even if it's not a newspaper. But you never know. Okay, I really do have to go now. It feels good to ramble again. But I am going to really regret staying up this late tomorrow. I have not had a late night sleep, or like little night sleep, in a very long time. Well, I guess the honeymoon a little bit, but so I'm not used to this, like, feeling tired business. I've been spoiled. I'm telling you, the sleep-in thing, it's been very nice. That's going to be the worst transition going back to work. But I will feel very lucky to have work to go back to. So, alright. See you guys tomorrow. We are cutting our cake in Zach's mag because I told him to wait because he just started to dive in there. This is a big moment. I know we're supposed to wait for a 1-year anniversary, but guys, it's a global pandemic, for crying out loud. We cannot wait anymore. Plus, our freezer sucks, so I'm afraid it's going to get freezer burn. So we're just going to eat it now. It's going to celebrate our 1-month anniversary and the fact that we are no longer in quarantine.
But still sort of are, because there's the mandate.
Okay, yeah, well, whatever. But we can go to the grocery store. It's very exciting. So we're going to eat our cake.
Can I go? You want to do it? I'll hold the camera.
You're not showing it. You're showing the bathrooms. Da, da, da. Look at our messy cupboard. Zach, it didn't clean up at all. Sorry, I'm trying not to be so critical. Zach,
how's that working for you?
Thanks for cooking lunch. All right. It's a little frozen, so I'll probably heat my piece up because I'm weird. Should we cut it together?
Super frozen?
Frosting's a little... I'm touching it, like, all over. Look at this beautiful cake plate. Alright, should we... Here, hold my hand. There you go, show the hands. Ready?
That's not bad.
Our knives are just that... Hey, honey.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I can do the next one. How big do you want your piece?
Just a little sliver.
What's that mean?
Yeah, that's good.
And this, I think, is the raspberry filling. Oh, wait, I forgot a knife.
Are they different sections on each side?
No, we only got... I'm pretty sure. Hey. Oh, I thought you were trying to pick it up. What are you doing? You're going to get in the cake.
Yeah,
Oh,
yummy.
I was way wrong. It's chocolate.
Look at that raspberry. Ooh.
Oh, the raspberries really spread so much that I'm actually not sad about it because, can you show me? I'm part of this too. I'm not sad about it because I actually wanted chocolate. So there we go. This is my piece. Hey, that's pretty small.
Can you see the size difference?
But
I'm actually kind of glad I got a smaller one because I don't really like chocolate cake as much
Oh,
as
were
you.
you sad?
Well, yeah, you pumped me up for raspberry.
Well,
Nothing.
well, maybe it is half
I don't
raspberry,
think
but
so.
I doubt it. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
She told us it was going to be raspberry. I don't know what happened. Someone ate our raspberry topper. We got the chocolate. Very strange. But, okay. No, this is good. This is good stuff. Happy 1 month anniversary.
Happy 1 month.
Good thing we didn't show that's inappropriate.
No, I know, that's PG-13.
Technically, you're still at work right now, so that's Title IX.
So are you.
No, I'm not. It's after 4.
It doesn't matter. Work hours don't exist right now. Goodbye.
This fits perfectly on my windowsill. I don't know. I haven't done this before. I am free. No, the singing hasn't really stopped, but that's okay because I can sort of interact with people now. Well, I can at least go out in public. Very exciting day. So, what am I going to do with my great freedom, you ask? Well, just grocery shopping because, yeah, everything's locked down now. But no, that's fine. I am very excited to get fresh produce though. That is something I have been desperate for. And so we've survived. Our fridge looks the saddest it's probably ever looked, but going grocery shopping today, very exciting. But anyway, guys, I meant to film this on the 31st since that was before Camp NaNoWriMo started. But it is April 1st and happy Camp NaNoWriMo. I have not written yet today. It is 2:15, so I think it's going to be a nighttime start to camp for me, just because I wanted to get this video up before I officially start my Camp NaNoWriMo videos. Sorry, I'm so out of breath because I have not been doing a lot of talking lately. But yeah, I thought I would just kind of confirm what it is exactly I'll be working on this camp. Obviously, working on the same book I've been working on for the last, like, oh god, like 4 years. I don't want to admit that. Like 3 years. I will be continuing to revise, and also part of what I'm doing for schoolwork has a lot to do with my opening chapters, so those are the ones that are going to get kind of like a final overhaul, hopefully. But one thing I realized, and I feel like it's kind of obvious, but I can't really say my first chapter, at least that itself, is going to be 100% complete until I finish my ending, because I do want to incorporate, you know, some symbolism, some tidbit drops into the first chapter that can relate back to the ending. So that's my goal for the end of this spring semester, is to have that second draft, like that ending, finally done. And so that will be like the end of May. So for this camp, well, I guess I want to get to the halfway point. That would be awesome. As far as how I'm going to track, I kind of figured this is how I would do it anyway, just because with editing, word count is impossible to keep track of, or I think it is possible, but I always really struggle with it. So I am going to do hourly. I would love to just do 1 hour every day. I think that's a great habit to form anyway, and especially now that I'm saving really 3 hours every day not commuting, I can't exactly say I don't have the time. So I think that's a great start, and maybe I'll up it. I would love to actually start waking up earlier before work and writing first thing in the morning. I mean, I don't want to get too in the habit of sleeping in anyway for when I do have to go back to work, so I think this will be a great way to sort of keep a similar sleep schedule. And I did find the few times I've done that where I've written early morning, I do feel like my writing is better and more focused. Though of course I still like night writing as well for certain scenes, so I don't know. I'm gonna try the early morning thing, and I also thought it'd be kind of fun. So I have all these crazy ideas. So I realized, so for my job, I used to walk usually like 40 to 60 minutes every single day just as part of my commute, like walking to the train station. So that was like a large chunk of it. And obviously working from home, I don't walk as much. I've been wearing my Fitbit again just because I've been realizing how little I'm walking. Like I said, it's 2 o'clock and I haven't even hit 1,000 steps. That's terrible. Like that's really bad. That's like almost dangerously bad. So I thought it would be cool to wake up when I should normally wake up for work if I was commuting in. So I mean, I should wake up at like 6, but I usually would wake up at like 6:30. So maybe I'll just start 6:30. Like, let's not get crazy. Maybe 7. But basically, I want to get up and go for a walk first thing, start ruminating on my story, come back and write. So I'm going to try that tomorrow. Very excited. Didn't try it today, obviously, but I'm like behind today already, so it's going great. And yes, that does look like a creepy person behind me. It is my mask from Venice. And then she's got a nice jewelry thing below her. So it looks like a figure behind me. Very terrifying. It's not, hopefully. And yeah, I feel like pretty unprepared for this camp just as far as actually thinking about it. It kind of snuck up on me, which sounds really weird because March has felt like 10 years. But it still was like, oh my god, it's April now. Like, that came out of nowhere. I don't know why it was so surprising to me. I think I'm just losing track of days, which I think everyone kind of feels that way. So, but it's really exciting. We've got a new month. Spring is here officially, even though it's actually pretty cold here in Boston right now. It's like 30 something. We had like a really warm winter all winter long, and now that it's spring, it decides to be cold. So that's fun. Yes, I thought I would just do one final check-in before camp. Oh! And the other thing, this is something I wanted to do for NaNoWriMo, and then life got crazy. But now that life is crazy in different ways and less busy, I do want to start doing daily videos again. I have said this before, but when I do a daily video, I am so much more productive just because it's got that accountability to it, and it just keeps it fresh in my mind versus like, oh, if I miss today, it's not a big deal. But it is more of a big deal because then it's like, oh, well, then I miss a day, I miss a video. So that is something I'm excited to announce that I will be doing. And I might actually, I have some videos. I have this video and another video I've already filmed, so there's going to be a couple of days that hopefully I'll have 2 videos that I upload, and maybe more depending on like if I have those masterclass reviews. I really want to do those. I don't know if you guys will care about it, but I really want to do those. I think it's such a fun idea. So yeah, I might have multiple videos. What I'm saying is I'm coming back to YouTube. I feel like I've tried to not like say I left, but I pretty much did from like November to now. I would post like once a month, which, you know, I guess it's better than not posting, but I'm ready to come back in a more serious way because this is how I got serious about my writing. This is how I kept it as a priority, and I obviously, as I've been saying, that is my goal for spring, to make my priority again, because it is my priority, and this will help me do that. Plus, I really like YouTube, and I like filming, and sometimes I like editing. I usually don't, though. Okay, I'm gonna go. I have to go grocery shopping. I'm gonna get some apples. It's a very exciting day. And some avocado. Oh my god, that is what I've been really wanting. Avocado and raspberries. Not together. But those are like the 2 things I've been craving for freshness. I have no idea what the grocery store near me is like as far as availability and crazy stocking issues, but I'm hoping, since people are adjusting, nobody is buying out the grocery store anymore, and that it's gonna be normally stocked. We're good on the toilet paper front, but I just want to make sure we get produce because that's what I need. Okay, I will see you guys soon. Okay, bye. See you guys at camp. Insert my camp jingle here. Am I dancing to it? Did I remember to do it? Could I not find it? I'm moving on my files, so hope it doesn't get lost in that. Is it matching? Okay. I really gotta get out of